Hello, YouTubers. Welcome back to Edification 360 Degrees. And so today it's Economic and Management Sciences, grade 7, and our topic is business income and expenses. Under business income and expenses, we are going to be dealing with the following. 1. Business income. 2. Business expenses. 3. Profit and loss. Business income. Business income is money that is earned or received by a business. This money can be earned through selling goods, offering a service, or even investing money. In the following slide, we'll be speaking about the different types of business income. The first type of business income is called rent income. This is income that they receive by renting out extra office space. The second type of business income is called interest income, and this is income that they receive by earning interest on money which they've saved up. The third type of income is called sales income. This is income that they get from selling goods. The fourth type of income is called current income, and they get this by providing a service. The fifth and last type of business income is called commission income. They get this income by earning commission. Before we get started with practice activity 1, we said there are 5 types of business income. Remembering that business income, it is money that is received or earned by a business. There are 5 types of business income: rent income, interest income, sales income, current income, and lastly, commission income. So practice activity 1 is just a practice activity to really see if you understood these terms. CDE Business is a superstore, and they receive different types of income per month. A. Renting out an extra space to JKL Business for $5,500. B. Receiving commission from EFG of $3,560. C. Selling goods/services to the community, $12,550. D. Providing a service to the community, $9,780. And lastly, E, earning interest on money in a savings account, $580. Question number 1. Write the correct accounting terms for the types of business income. So you look at the information of CDE Business, A until E, and you need to classify each one under the correct type of business income, and it's for 5 marks. Number 2, calculate the total income. Show your calculations, and this is for 3 marks. And then the last question, number 3, which is the greatest income? Practice activity 1. Number 1A, rent income is the correct answer. Give yourself a mark. B, commission income. Give yourself 1 mark. C, sales income. Give yourself a mark. D, current income. Give yourself a mark. And E, interest income. You give yourself a mark. Number 2, calculating our total income. We are going to say total income is equals to 5,500 plus 3,500 plus 12,550 plus 97,080 rand plus 580. For the fact that you have added everything together correctly, you give yourself 1 mark, is equals to 31,910. For the fact that you have the correct answer, you give yourself 2 marks. And then number 3, the correct answer is current income. Business expenses. Business expenses are costs that a business has to pay to run their business. And there are many types of business expenses, which will be explained in the following slide. And so when we come to business expenses, there are many types of business expenses. Some of them are cost of sales. Cost of sale is the cost of goods that are sold. Second, advertising. Advertising is the cost of promoting. Thirdly, salaries and wages. Salaries and wages is the cost of employing people. Fourthly, stationery and printing. This is the cost of administration. Fifthly, service material. This is the cost of the material. 6, delivery expenses, the cost of delivering. 7, interest on loan, the cost of borrowing money. 8, telephone, the cost of telephone calls. And lastly, rent expense, the cost of business premises. And now we have practice activity 2, which mainly focuses on business expenses. Write 5 possible expenses for the following businesses on the table that is given below. On your table on the left hand side, it's written business. The first business we have is a hair salon. The second business is a superstore. The third business is a restaurant. And so you go to the first one, hair salon. You think of a hair salon. What are possible expenses that a salon needs to pay for? And you write 5 of them down. Okay? And then same thing for number 2 for superstore, and same thing for the restaurant. All of this will be out of 15 marks since you have 3 businesses and you need to write 5 expenses for each. Now we discuss answers for practice activity 2. In practice activity 2, you are given a table. On the left hand side, the businesses. On the right hand side, you need to write 5 possible business expenses that the business could have. And so for all 3 businesses, if you've written any of the following, please give yourself the relevant marks. Advertising, telephone, water, electricity, salaries or wages, cost of sales, delivery expenses, rent expense, stationery and printing, service material, and any other relevant answer. So you give yourself 5 marks if you've written 5 things for hair salon, another 5 marks if you've written 5 expenses for superstore, another 5 marks if you've written 5 business expenses for a restaurant. And then next up, we are just quickly going to revise the concept of profit and loss. This concept of profit and loss was lengthily discussed in the previous videos. Profit is when income is greater than the expenses, meaning that the business, the money that they are getting is more than the money that they are spending. And so each and every business always wants to make a profit. Loss is when expenses are greater than the income, meaning that they are spending more than they are receiving. Businesses usually do not want to make a loss. Just a quick recap on business income and expenses. Business income is the money that the business receives or earns, and there are 5 types of business income: rent income, interest income, sales income, current income, and commission income. Business expenses are the cost that the business has to pay for in order to run the business, and there are many different types of business expenses. Just a few examples: cost of sales, advertising, salaries, wages, stationery, printing, service material, delivery expenses, telephone, rent expense, etc. Then profit and loss. We said profit is when income is more than the expenses, and loss is when expenses are more than the income. Thank you so much for joining us today as we're discussing business income and expenses. If you have any questions or would like to engage with us, we are available on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and on Gmail. Be sure to subscribe, be sure to share with others, and remember, knowledge is power.